All right, good evening. Sorry, just still getting stuff set up, and then Hope hopped up on my lap. So I was doing a lot of this stuff with one arm while she's lounging on me. It's gonna jump into Final Fantasy VII in just a moment. It's been 2 weeks, so last week I canceled stream. Work was very hectic. I just needed another evening to relax a little bit. Um, so 2 weeks ago we picked up on the high wind um, shortly after the events of breaking out of the prison and everything. Um, or prison? No, not prison. Well, kind of prison. Getting away from Shinra when they were trying to execute everybody. We picked up on the high wind right after that. So from there we went to that island to the south um, for trying to find where Cloud is. We get to the town there. Cloud is there, and he's kind of in a not full on vegetative state, but very like out of it. Um, Tifa decides to stay with Cloud there. So we are then back on the ship where there's some bickering over who is the leader at that point. Barrett basically decides Sid is the leader. So we are Sid now. So we adjusted the party a little bit. We then had to head out to start finding the huge materia. So we went to Mount Coral, where we got the one last week. We wrapped up right after that. So tonight we're going to pick up getting the next huge materia, and then depending how we do on the subsequent boss fights, we may not make too much more progress tonight if I struggle. If it goes well, maybe we'll make a little more progress, but that's where we'll be jumping in. We'll be heading to Fort Condor for the next materia. Let me get the game booted up. And then as soon as the capture picks things up, we'll jump right in. All right, there it is. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna just double check the party. I couldn't remember who all I was using last week. So we need to go to Fort Condor. Wrong button. I have to remember how to control this thing. Alright. Yeah. We're gonna head to Fort Condor once we successfully do this properly. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. That's what, just right over... No, that's Golden Saucer. Oh, that's right. It's on the other island. There it is. In we go. been a while since we've been here, considering we gave up on all of the missions. It's just too tedious of a back and forth for my taste. But I'll rest and save, though. I'm pretty sure I'm already fully rested, but... do a quick save. It is very nice to be playing this again. I think this is going to be the first week in like month, maybe longer, that I actually have done all 4 streams in the week. So I'm very excited to be able to do all of it again. Unfortunately, that won't be the case next week because I have to travel again for work, but nice to have one normal-ish week. We'll just jump right into this. We just go right into it. And just wait. Just wait for it to get to the top. Just go right into the battle. Alright. Patiently wait. Time to drink some water. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Not take long at all. Oh yeah, this is now. We can outpace the Blitzen. Might not even matter. Yeah, this is gonna be done very soon. a little awkward if he does take out Sid. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. That light just now. The condor. The eggs. What? Did you go outside and see what it was? Alright. Back in. I'm just gonna do one just to be healed up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, got the huge materia. I'm gonna drink some more water before I do reading, and then I'm gonna adjust my chair. Make sure Hope is not around. Bump her when I'm moving this. Okay. What's this? Damn, man. It's huge materia. The truth is, this is the materia inside the reactor. What the hell do we fight for? We weren't protecting the reactor. We were protecting the condors. When that reactor was built, they forced us to help. That's how we knew what was inside the reactor. I knew this day would come, so after the Shinra left, I sneaked in and took the materia. I didn't mean to fool you, but I guess that's how it ended up. I'm really sorry. Just forget it. Anyway, we're still alive. I see. If you put it that way, we're really grateful. So the last huge materia that Shinra's after in the underwater reactor in Junon. We gotta get there first and beat them no matter what. But you know, Shinra's probably on high alert since we always mess with them. How about we take a break and go see that little fella for a bit? Must mean Cloud. Yeah, I'm worried about Tifa. She may have collapsed taking care of the guy. How about checking on him down in Meadell? Alright. So we know our next destination. Okay, back to the ship. Fortunately, Meadell is just right here. I'm gonna find a strip of land to... Okay, one battle before we get there. We should be able to just brute force our way through the rest. And even red just attacking. Almost there. Cool. Got a limit break ready. Okay. Nice to get a level right before. Few things I want to do. What's this you been? Yeah, give it. I forget to get that. Enjoy the music. Double check one thing. There it is. Behind the ears. Woman. Okay. We're good on those. Buy one hyper, buy one tranquilizer. We'll get some remedies. Okay, that's the first shop. There's... Okay. Frantic woman. Ooh, okay. Got one, we got one, got one. Gonna get one of each. I think I already talked to the other two, but I'm gonna go do it again, just to make sure. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm nervous that it froze on me. Okay. Can't afford any of them right now, so... Afford Crystal Bangle. Not an upgrade for any of them, though. Okay. Did I buy everything here that I wanted? We have one, we have one. I can only get one of them right now. Ice or bolt? Hmm. I even actually want one. We'll hold off. Alright. Okay, I think now we're ready to continue moving forward. Going here first. Yeah, Sid's the bad guy. Okay. Alright. He's finally beginning to look a little tired. I hope she's alright. No change in his condition, and still she stays there doing her best. Must be tough on her. If she keeps this up, she'll probably get sick. Well, anyhow, hey, you all look terrible. Why don't you rest up for a while? Okay. It's no use. I don't understand a thing, Cloud. What should I do? What if you never recover for the rest of your life? Huh? They're coming. What did you say, Cloud? Damn, what the hell's going on? Alright. Okay, with a non-elemental. Not a support. Gotta remember the colors of them. Support are blue. Non-elemental, non-blue. Just make sure I'm doing it right. With that. Barrett will go with plus red get an MP plus Okay. So we're not going to have fire to use here. We'll see if that is fine. What's this? I didn't check the rest of my gear, so we'll see how this goes. Live stream is gushing up from below the surface of the earth. His voice is killing me tonight. Damn, that's bad. Sid, what's wrong? Nothing. You and Cloud get inside quick. But Hey, don't worry about a thing. I ain't about to die that easily. Be careful. Okay, here I go. Watch this. I was gonna read one other thing quick. Okay. Damn, that's ultimate weapon. All the times to show up. Okay then, come on, you whatever word, asshole, dick, I don't care. Sid probably went with all of them. Okay, this is gonna be rough. Wait, so we'll start right off with wanting to heal. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Still bad. Okay. Alright. I don't think I win this right now. Okay. I didn't get the ring, but whatever. You asshole, you trying to escape. Sid, you're currently dead, so... Damn, man, just a little bit more and I would have smashed him. No. We had no chance. It looks like the live stream has settled as well. Damn, you gotta be kidding. This is bad. Mainstream is kicking up. Something way bigger than that last one is on its way. No good. Get out of here. What about Tifa and Cloud? God damn it. You don't have time to worry about anyone other than yourself. You don't know when that stream will blow. Whoa. It's no time. Hurry. Tifa, Cloud, get out of here. bad. The tremors are getting worse. Wait a minute, Cloud. Doctor, should we move? Or shouldn't we move him somewhere rather than stay here? I might be safer to take refuge in a wide open space. Don't you worry about a thing, Cloud. I'll see to it that you get somewhere safe. No, that structure can't take it. Hurry. Yes. Ready, Cloud, we're leaving now. Yeah, they're fine. Where am I? What's happening? Where's Cloud? Cloud, where are you? Huh? What? Who? Who is it? I can't hear. Wait a minute. I don't know anything about that. No, it's not me. I'd never do anything like that. No, stop it. Stay back. Somebody help, please. Cloud, help me. Okay. Where am I? Cloud? What is it, Cloud? What is this? Is this the inside of your dreams? Or is it your subconsciousness? You're searching, aren't you, Cloud? Searching for yourself. I can help too. We'll work together to try to get the real you back. But where do we start? The gates of Nibelheim, 5 years ago. Sephiroth passed through these gates. And that's how it all started. It connects to Nibelheim. That's right. It's probably best to start from there. Let's go have a look, Cloud. I know it's not easy, but I'll be right with you. Don't mind most of tonight's stream being plot and lore opposed to heavy gameplay, because just makes it a little easier, relaxing time. We got Hope in the background now, sitting on her chair. Cloud, look. Here's the well. And that's Gramps Inn, too. The only truck in town. It's been here since we were little kids, right? This is the Nibelheim you remember, right? It's the same as my Nibelheim. That's why this place is our Nibelheim. 5 years ago, 2 men from Soldier came. Sephiroth and a young and vibrant soldier. Can you tell me again what happened? How does it feel? 5 years ago, I saw the real Sephiroth for the very first time. It's just redoing this line. So this is the great Sephiroth. But to tell you the truth, I thought he was very cold. I'm not rereading all of this dialogue, because I'm pretty sure we saw all of this in the previous scenes. I remember I felt a foreboding about him. Ooh. No, Cloud. I've been hiding it for some time, afraid that if I told you, something terrible might happen. But I'm not going to hide anything anymore. You weren't here. Cloud did not come to Nibelheim 5 years ago. I waited, but Cloud never came. The 2 that were ordered here were Sephiroth and another person. You mean that member of Soldier who came with Sephiroth wasn't Cloud? There's nothing I can say. You must find the answer yourself. If you can't, then you... Take your time, Cloud. Slowly, little by little, okay? Next up. Starry night at the well, and our promise that night. What if the memory was just a lie? Don't hurry, Cloud. Don't answer too quickly. Just keep checking all those small emotions and it'll come back, slowly, little by little. Right, like the sky that night. The heavens were filled with stars. I'm getting tired. From the beginning, okay? Try and remember, Cloud. Right, I was wearing these clothes. That's you too. You were so small then. Cute. Sephiroth once said, Cloud made up his memories by listening to my stories. Did you imagine this sky? No, you remembered it. That night the stars were gorgeous. It was just Cloud and I. We talked at the well. That's why I continued to believe that you were the real Cloud. I still believe you're the Cloud from Nibelheim. But you don't believe in yourself. These memories aren't enough. Cloud, what about your other memories? No, not memories. A memory is something that has to be consciously recalled, right? That's why sometimes it could be mistaken and a different thing. But it's different from a memory locked deep within your heart. That's why it must be a fake if he could recall up that memory. That's it. What about some memory that has to do with me? I say something and you don't remember it. But you say something and I remember it too. Then we'll know that's our memory. Talk to me about anything, some important memory to you. Now that you mention it, why did you want to join Soldier in the first place? I always thought it was a sudden decision you made. Devastated wanted to be noticed. thought if I could get stronger, I could get someone to notice. Someone to notice you? Who? Who? You know who you, that's who. Me? Why? Tifa, did you forget about those days? Look, Sorry, but what are you talking about? No, it's alright. You were having a hard time back then. You were so busy with your own things, it's only natural you don't remember me back then. Back then? It's important to me. I hate to say it, but it's a very important memory. Do you want to see it? I gotta talk to this one. Sealed up, secret, wish. Tender memories no one can ever know. Do you know where this window goes to, Tifa? Fine, I'll go. My room. It was my first time there. Was it? I only used to look up at it from outside. Hey, look. Cloud's coming. You think he wants to come in? Was that the first day you came into my room? That's right, we lived next to each other, but I really didn't know you that well. I've known you since we were children, always thought we were close. Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever being in my room. Tifa always used to be with this threesome. That's right. I used to think they were all stupid. What? You were all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. But we were children back then. I know, I'm the one that was stupid. I really wanted to play with anyone, but I was never allowed into the group. Then, later, I began to think I was different. That I was different from those immature kids. That then, maybe. Just maybe they would invite me in. I thought that might happen, so I hung around. I was so prejudiced and weak. That night I called Tifa out to the well. Thought to myself Tifa would never come, that she hated me. Yeah, it was so sudden, I was a bit surprised. But it's true that we weren't that close, but after you left town, I really thought about you a lot. I used to wonder how Cloud was doing. I wonder if Cloud was able to get into Soldier. I started reading the newspapers, thinking that there might be an article about you. Thanks, Tifa. Tell him what you told me later. He'll probably be so happy. Okay. Huh? What happened on this day? Was it a special day? This was the day. Tifa's mother. The day Mom died. I went to see Mom. I wonder if there's anything beyond that mountain. Mount Nibble is scary. Many people have died there. No one crosses that mountain alive. How about those that died? Did Mama pass through the mountains? I'm going. Such a long sequence. I don't remember the path I walked. Oh, that's Cloud talking. Tifa missed her step. I ran to her, but I didn't make it in time. Both of us fell off the cliff. Back then, I only scarred my knees, but... Cloud, why'd you bring Tifa to a place like this? The hell's the matter with you? What if she dies? They blamed him for it. Tifa was in a coma for 7 days. We all thought she wouldn't make it. Only I could have saved her. I was so angry at myself for my weakness. Ever since then, I felt Tifa blamed me. I got out of control. I'd get into fights not even caring who it was. That was the first time I heard about Sephiroth. If I got strong like Sephiroth, then everyone might. If I could just get stronger, then even Tifa would have to notice me. So that was it. Sorry, Cloud. If I'd only remembered more clearly what happened, I could have done something sooner. It's not your fault, Tifa. But I remember back when we were 8. That's it, now I know. You weren't created 5 years ago. My childhood memories weren't all made up. Hang in there, Cloud, just a little longer. You've almost found the real you. Let's go back to Nibelheim again. Cloud, wait. Where are you going? The reactor? To the reactor. The Mako reactor of 5 years ago. Hey, it's Cloud. Zack. Zack, you remembered. That's right, it was Zack who came to Nibelheim with Sephiroth. Then, where were you, Cloud? Cloud, did you see it all? I saw everything. Who are you? Mom, Tifa, my town, give it back. I had so much respect for you. I admired you. Cloud? That's what happened. You were there. You were watching me. Yeah, I remember. So it was you. Hey, Cloud, if you're feeling sick, I didn't get the rest. Yeah. Yeah, this is me. Never made it as a member of Soldier. Never made it as a wise man either. I was so embarrassed I didn't want to see anybody. How does it feel? I'm... You came. You kept your promise. So you really did come when I was in trouble. Sorry, I didn't get there fast enough. It's alright, Cloud. Just like you. Cloud. Kill Sephiroth. Sephiroth. Don't push your luck. It can't be. Just... Cloud. Then, this is goodbye, Tifa. Till we meet again. There we go. Oh, my head. All right. Boy's back. Cloud. Ugh. Ugh. Tifa. Oh, Cloud, it's really you, isn't it? Yeah, Tifa, we finally meet again. Stupid jerk, you had us all worried sick. Ugh. Cloud, are you alright? Voice. There. See, we're in the live stream, aren't we? Everyone's waiting. Let's go back, Cloud. Back to everyone. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Tifa. Let's go. All right. I have to redo all the materia again. Yo, you alright? Tifa. Barrett, you came back. Cloud, where is he? Don't worry about him, he's a tough one. Barrett, when I was in the live stream, I saw the real Cloud. I mean, I didn't really find him. Cloud found himself on his own. Alright, I know. Shouldn't have doubted him. But I can't win against you. You're some kind of lady. People have so many things pent up inside of themselves. They can forget so many things. Strange, isn't it? Yo, Tifa, snap out of it. Tifa. Everyone, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Cloud. All you've been doing is apologizing. Never was in Soldier. Made up the stories about what happened to me 5 years ago, about being in Soldier. I left my village looking for glory, but never made it into Soldier. I was so ashamed of being so weak. Then I heard this story from my friend Zach, and I created an illusion of myself, made up of what I had seen in my life. And I continued to play the charade as if it were true. Illusion, huh? Pretty damn strong for illusion, I'd say. I'm physically built like someone in Soldier. I'm shredded, dude. Hojo's plan to clone Sephiroth wasn't that difficult. It was just the same procedure they use when creating members of Soldier. You see, someone in Soldier isn't simply exposed to Mako energy. Their bodies are actually injected with Genova cells. For better or worse, only the strong can enter Soldier. It has nothing to do with the Genova reunion. Weak people, like me, get lost in the whole thing. The combination of Genova cells, Sephiroth's strong will, and my own weakness are what created me. Everyone knew that I'm Cloud. The master of my own illusionary world. But I can't remain trapped in an illusion anymore. I'm going to live my life without pretending. You're sure messed up, Cloud. You're a freak. Means there ain't no difference from before. By the way, Cloud, what are you going to do now? Don't tell me you're going to leave the ship. I'm the reason why Meteor is falling toward us. That's why I have to do everything in my power to fight this thing. Good. Then you're going to keep fighting to save the planet. It's like you always told me, Barrett. Oh, you mean that? What? I don't understand. Ain't no getting off of this train we're on. All right. Oh, Cloud. Cloud, I was deeply moved by your story. I'm really a weak person, so I could really understand how you feel, Cloud. No one knows when fighting will begin. Let's get ready. Okay. Let's actually start Red and Sid, so I could take their stuff. Listen, Cloud. We're right in the middle of the mission for the huge Materia, right? I know this is kinda out of the blue. There's an underwater reactor at Juno. As far as I can see, that's the only one left. That's that. Let's go. Got shit to do first. We're gonna rest so we can heal up Sid. Then I'm gonna take all their stuff. And then rearrange the party again. Materia. I'm gonna take that off. Switch him over to a gold army for now. Good. That. He'll have the silver. Now, Barrett and Tifa. Alright, Cloud. We got organics right now. Biggest armament. I want a warrior bangle. That's no growth. Imperial Guard. I'll have the Imperial Guard for now. And the Power Wrist. We'll worry about Materia. Okay, we're gonna just reset everybody, basically. Tifa. We'll do Spirit. Hearing. Barrett. You can have the water ring. Okay. Cloud. Let's do Tifa's first. So, I want all cure. Restore. All restore. MP plus. Elemental. So she'll have fire. Magic plus. Give her revive. We have Neo Bahamut. Let's just jump to Barret quick. We'll have... that going? Added effect. Of steel. Long range. Give him an enemy skill. He'll get an elemental. Give him lightning. Alright, let's start from up here and look through. Have Destruct. Give him Heal. It's a spell if I need to use it. Do Titan. We'll give him Luck Plus for now. Cloud. Alright. So he will have... cover. Counterattack. HP plus. Barret, I want to keep having Chakra Mag, actually. Instead of Luck Plus. I just like him having that. Okay. Elemental... you can have Elemental Ice. I'm gonna get Ifrit. Give him the Luck Plus. You can have it. Enemy skill. What else do I have up here? Oh, I gotta check. I might have given Tifa the wrong fire. Bahamut. And poison. Tifa. Restore. She's got fire on. So Tifa, I didn't put everything on that I wanted to. So that's where you can go all... Dude. All Ultima. Emma. What else? Alright. Her HP is just so low. That makes me nervous, though. I may rearrange it later. Did I not? Okay, so he's got a blood state. HP plus. Sure. Actually wanted to heal first. Now let's save. So we have a few different things we can do. Not going to do every side thing, but I'm going to get a few things. Alright. First, we're going to go back to Nibelheim. I always forget where it is. There it is. I'm just going to try to pick up a few different items. Not necessarily guarantee I'm going to use them, but if I can get them and it's not too tedious, might as well go for it. Alright. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. Okay. Play the piano. Okay. We'll... Okay, I've heard this melody somewhere before. Managed to play it well. I have the sheet music for that song. Huh, wait a minute. There's something inside the music sheet. Tifa, what's happened to our town? Was it all an illusion or just a dream? No, it was neither. I remember trying to get people out of the flames, but not having the strength. Burning with anger, I went to the reactor to kill Sephiroth. But he was nowhere to be found. Instead, I found you, collapsed inside. Felt saving you was far more important than going after Sephiroth. There were several others that were still alive inside, but I was only able to save you. As I was coming out of the reactor, Shinra troops were just arriving. I recall a scientist named Hojo was in charge. He ordered the troops to gather up everyone still alive for the experiment. I didn't know what type of experiment he was talking about, but I wasn't about to let them have my dearest student. Putting you on my back, I headed down the mountain to the village. I used the cure spell on you many times. I started to head for Midgard to look for a doctor for you. I don't like that city, but my cure spells weren't helping. I decided to go to Midgard to find a doctor I could trust. I'm worried about you, but I can't settle down in one place for very long. Have you recovered fully? Are you well? I wonder how many years have passed since then. I just got into town again, but I can't believe it. The whole town is back to normal, except for the strange beings with black clothes all around. The town reeks of Shinra, but I won't go after them. You may think I'm running from them, but it's just that. I don't want anything to do with Shinra anymore. Feels like time is running out. I'm sure you'll find this letter and this gift for you. It should come in handy. Can't even jump anymore, but I hope you continue to sharpen your skills and remember what I taught you. To my most precious student, from Zangan. See you in final heaven. All right. Now, look at the map of the world again. Remember where Bone Village was? So I forget how this is. Okay, start digging. Good treasure. Keep forgetting how. Should I just talk to him then? Why is it not responding? All right, hotkeys. do anything? No. Crap. We're gonna have to go back a little bit, aren't we? Let's see if I switch. System. All right. Gotta restart. Load from the save. Oh. Wow, Neoheart, thank you for the raid.
Views.
The controller just not... I think my controller just stopped responding, actually. Why is... You're raiding just in time for things to get a little janky. So I'm just restarting my controller that stopped working, I think. Welcome, Raiders. I will... Okay, there we go. Stuff's working finally. Okay, so we have to backtrack a teeny bit. So I just got Cloud back in the party, and I was just about to set out to do some side mission stuff. I'd gone to get Final Heaven, even though I'm nowhere close to Tifa being able to realistically use it. And then I went to the Bone Village to get the Sector 5 key, and the game froze. Clutch Commander, thank you for the follow.
Clutch Commander just
I've played this game once before. To give a little bit of background, I have a series I'm doing on Tuesdays that I call Trash Take Tuesday, where I am reassessing gaming opinions from my childhood. So in this case, the gaming opinion is that Final Fantasy VIII is better than Final Fantasy VII. So I replayed Final Fantasy VIII last year, and then I'm going through 7 again to see if I still agree with that opinion. I played both these games 20-ish years ago in middle school with a very different mindset, different media literacy. Did not necessarily grasp the plots of either game that well. It was more cool anime type characters, fantasy RPG type was like all that really stuck with me, especially for 8, to be fair. 7, I think there's just so much more media for Final Fantasy 7 that I know the plot of it better, so I had to replay 8 to really remember a lot of it. And then I wanted to replay 7 as well. Ultimately, I want to make a video essay out of that once I finish this one. I do these streams once a week every Tuesday, unless I'm traveling for work or something and I have to cancel it. And I work full-time, I'm a physicist. So the current opinion, yes, was that I thought 8 was better as a child. I think it's going to be much closer this time. I gotta say, 8, I love the characters so much more. Squall is, he's an edgelord, but he's my favorite edgelord. I mean, Cloud's a bit of an edgelord too, but I love Squall. Squall and Renoa's relationship is just awesome. The character designs in 8 are so cool, but I can't help but acknowledge in 7, the plot is just tighter. There's less weirdness, in my opinion. It's weird, but not as weird as 8. And Cloud's character growth throughout the game is so much more significant than Squall's. Like, Squall has some growth, but it's very like a 180 at a very abrupt point. Whereas Clouds, I think you see a gradual build over time. So that's kind of that part of it. So I'm evaluating, the music, which, to be fair, music for both, like 10 out of 10. Not really much of a comparison there. But character designs, the overall plot, gameplay, which again, 8. I love the draw system. I love the junction system. It is not, for a casual player, it is not a friendly system. So I gotta give the edge to 7 there as well. Like, I think ultimately when I score these, when I make this essay, I mean, we're gonna be talking like a 9.7, 9.8 versus like a 9.5, 9.4, like 2 fantastic games. One that I just think is slightly better. And I do think ultimately I'm gonna end up determining 7 is the better game. That doesn't mean I'm still gonna prefer the characters of 8, but story and gameplay wise, 7 is really the better game, I think. Going back and reevaluating them. But typically these streams, Tuesdays, I usually go for about 2-ish hours. Like I said, my full-time job is a physicist. I've got a very long commute each day, so I don't have a lot of time to do these streams. So I typically start around 8 p.m. Eastern time, go till 10-ish. And then I wrap up shortly after that. So I stream 4 days a week. I'll continue playing in a sec, but I want to greet everybody. So Mondays, I do a different stream. So I do a theme stream each week. So it's like a weekly series on different days. So Mondays, it's Modded Monday. I play various like Pokemon ROM hacks, Digimon ROM hacks, janky mods in Skyrim, something like that. Like play through all kinds of different stuff. So right now I'm playing Pokemon Too Many Types 2. I'm at the Elite Four in that, working the grind, trying to get through that game. Fridays, I do a series called First Play Friday, so it's all games I've never played before. I just finished up 2 weeks ago Mass Effect 2. Been playing through the Mass Effect trilogy. Really loved that game. Starting a new game this Friday. It's not going to be Mass Effect 3. I want to do like some other genres of games in between too. So I'm going to be starting Dave the Diver this Friday for something a bit more chill. And then every Saturday is Saturday, so it's always Stardew Valley. So the big one I did last year was Stardew Valley Expanded. I played through till I got perfection. I then did a Archipelago multi-world randomizer, just a solo thing of Stardew Valley vanilla with a randomizer on till I finished the community center. And right now I'm playing the Law & Order Stardew Valley mod, which adds in a sheriff's office, and some of the villagers will commit crimes, and you get to do the story of those crimes they committed and see them face the consequences. So different pace type thing for Stardew Valley there. It's one of my favorite games, so every Saturday that's the stream. Once I finish up the Law & Order mod, I'm gonna probably start either another randomizer or jump into playthrough of Ridgeside Village, another large content mod for Stardew Valley, and go for perfection there. And then eventually 1.7 will come out, the next big update for that game, and I'll play that. But yeah, that's pretty much the schedule that I do each week. 4 days generally, with occasional cancellations and stuff based on, overall fatigue of working full-time, trying to, do this stuff, do some video editing and things. Like, there's only so much time in the day. I've been streaming for a little over a year, and I've found the challenges that come with trying to balance all that time while, spending time with family, friends, etc., doing just basic chores and responsibilities. There's a lot to balance there, but I really, really enjoy streaming. I've gotten to play so many games that I've been in that backlog for years I never got to touch. And with this, replaying games that I've only played once and don't remember very well and wanted to go back through and re-experience. So it's been fun to replay 7 and to have replayed 8. Just get to reevaluate and look back on how my views have changed and how my perception of a game is different now as an adult that, you know, has a greater understanding of the world, you know, politics, government type stuff, understanding, you know, the metaphors, the symbolism, stuff like that, and being able to appreciate it and see those parallels that are made by the game developers. Okay, so we're gonna have to replay the piano here after I didn't save before the game froze on me. So. Okay. We get it? Yes. Okay. So I'm just gonna mash through. I've been reading all the dialogue for this stuff when I get to it on the first time, but I had just done this 15 minutes ago, and then when I went to Bone Village, the game froze on me for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but to avoid having to backtrack again, as soon as I walk out of the village, I'm just going to save before I get into the High Wind. I don't want to have to backtrack again. Okay. Off we go. So I haven't been doing every side thing there is. I've skipped a lot of stuff or just straight up gave up on certain things because for what I'm trying to do, it just got a little too tedious. Like, I threw in the towel on doing every Fort Condor mission. I just didn't want to do the back and forth for the purposes of this playthrough. Similarly, I'm not going nuts with the enemy skills or stealing every single item that I can get. Not going for the full item collection. My focus really is the stories for both games. And just making sure that I hit all of those, like, story beats, a few things to make life a little easier when playing through. But that's pretty much the gist of that. Okay, let's try again on getting this key. Hopefully. Okay. No. Order a search. Okay. I always forget if I do this right, like this. Hopefully I got it there. Oh wait, check the box. Okay, got it. Okay. actually. Let's save. Having the game freeze once, which is actually the second time this playthrough where the game froze on me. In disc 1, I had a weird thing where a cutscene occurred, and based on where I was standing with Cloud, an NPC got stuck on me, and it wouldn't progress. I'd like to avoid that stuff happening again. Okay. Midgar. Where can I land? It's only in green. For some reason, I kept thinking it was flat surfaces. So I kept mashing all the time. All right. That's so satisfying. It always feels good in an RPG to go back to an early area and be able to one-shot everything. Okay. So I forget. Does where I approach matter? Okay. So I gotta remember the way around here. Gonna compulsively save every chance I get while I remember how to navigate Midgar, because this has been a minute. And by a minute, I started this playthrough, I want to say like November. October, November I started this. Because 2 hours a week, you only make so much progress at a time. All right. Okay. I gotta remember Wall Market. This way. No. Left and up, then right. Yeah. Okay. Remembering it a little bit. Feels so nice. That thing used to... I mean, the early enemies weren't the most threatening. Like, the scaling up of the enemies, I think, is the more... Like, you notice when you started getting hit, when you were getting hit for 20 damage a hit, and then it suddenly became 400, 500. You noticed that. The rest of it wasn't too rough. Okay. So now... Okay. All right. The weapon shop, was that this one? No. Weapon shop was up here, I think. Machine gun. Which guy do I need to talk to? All right. Well, can't afford it. Yeah, I've got 13,000. So we are not going to worry about that one. Okay, I'm not worrying about chocobo breeding, so we can skip that. Okay, so skipping the chocobo stuff does mean there isn't a lot else for me to do side mission-wise. As fun as it is, and there is some fun stuff you get, I really would like to finish the game eventually. Like I said, I started this, finished Final Fantasy VIII, started 7 somewhere late October, early November. It is almost April. Obviously holidays, and my job got much busier the last few months, so I've had a handful of canceled streams this year, which has really delayed making progress in this game. So I very much want to finally get the game finished so I can begin making the video. So also part of why I'm skipping some of the side stuff. Yeah. Similarly, another observation I had between this game and Final Fantasy VIII. 8, in my opinion, punishes you when you do not do the side stuff. Especially when you're at Ultimicia's castle. 7, I don't think it punishes you as much, especially when this game doesn't do the same level scaling of enemies that 8 would do. So, you know, you can truly, to a point, just grind and be stronger. Doesn't work so cleanly in 8 to do that. I will happily take pieces of experience. Okay. Almost out. You know, we'll pop in here. Get the scene. Okay, that's all it is. Couldn't remember if there was anything else to it. Don't think there was. All right, off we go. So let's go back to the ship. I do want to go into the ship. So next up is Junon for the next huge materia. I don't think I'm gonna start that tonight. Gonna heal and save. Like I said, I usually keep these to 2 hours. And we're right around that mark. So fortunately, again, I've been talking about the canceled streams, feeling like I'm not making a ton of progress. I'm just gonna save again. There will not be a stream next week because I have to do another trip. Thank you for that. It really is. Switch over like this. Close it out so I don't have the music playing anymore. Yeah, I mean, the game is so much fun. My personal gaming preferences taste, I totally understand the Final Fantasy VII being one of the greatest games ever. I think, when I take a step back, objectively look at it, 100% I agree it is. If it's not the greatest game ever made, it is surely top 3. Does it make my personal top 10 list? No, honestly, no Final Fantasy makes my personal top 10. My favorite game all time is Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 and 2. Then Stardew Valley, like a weird mix of games. I love the Final Fantasy games, but I don't know. They're one that I can't play all the time. I'll play one and then it's like I need a recovery period, and I think it's because of the scale and how much stuff there is. There's like an information overload that I personally experience after playing those games, where it's like I need to sit on this and just think about this game and I mean really appreciate it. But I'm never one to, like, when I finish it, I'm never looking to dive into it again immediately after. I need a recovery period. But they're so much fun. Let me take a look. Who is live right now? I will send you guys over to another person that I know who recently got a creator partnership with the game Dead by Daylight. VTuber Gabwi. She mostly is a Dead by Daylight player. I gotta remember how to... I haven't rated in a while. I gotta make sure I type everything in right, because it has been a very long time since I've done this. So I'm gonna send you guys over to her. Show her some love. She's awesome. Very fun. Dead by Daylight has a lot of fun extensions to get some audience engagement and stuff. So I'll send you over there. Appreciate the raid. That was very, very kind, very generous. Always happy to have more people tuning in. It's difficult when I'm doing the short streams to, go long enough to have a bigger audience and get to, talk to a lot of people. So I appreciate everyone that took the time to come in from the raid and stuck around and watched. I hope you all enjoyed it. Sorry you came kind of towards the tail end of the stream. And I won't have one next Tuesday, unfortunately, because I have to travel. But I will be back in 2 weeks. I start at 8 p.m. Eastern time for the Final Fantasy streams, if that's what you want to watch. I also do Monday, Fridays, and Saturdays playing some other games if you want to check that out. So with that, I'll be back on Friday to start Dave the Diver for the first time. I appreciate you all for watching. Hope you all had fun. Hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Have a good week. And I will send you all over to Gab. So, see you all later. All right. Okay. So I'll send you all over now. So